because you get free things, because you still are God. For me, I will say that you still are God. That's why you are silent. For me, I say that because you are stealing our petrol, that's why you are silent. When we are dying. But let me tell you this. We are the generation and we're going to fight for ourselves. That's why we are here today on the Minister of Defense. Minister of Defense, we are not going to beg you. We don't beg for our freedom. But we are telling you, if you don't do something, if you don't use your office to stop the terrorism in Uganda, to stop the funding which doesn't do the work. We have started being even refugees in our own countries. People have been chased on the lands because of the gold down in the land, because of the petrol down in their lands. And you know that. But you decided with a dictator to the dictator give you those on free, in exchange that you give him a police cars with the tear gas. You give them a you give them a free, because even I think it's free, a free training killers. You train killers in Uganda. Shame on you, Minister of Defense. Shame on you, Rangers of UK. Shame on you, Parliament of UK. There is no longer democracy in Uganda. And yet you say you are a democrat of the world. You say you are the British. You are the British. But you don't even look in your democracy. Because if you don't have democracy in Uganda, it means you don't have democracy here as well. Because on what I know, UK, Ukraine, Uganda. Whatever going on in Uganda is on you. So we are here, I'm telling and I'm asking the Minister of Defense, do something. Do something and stop all this. Because you can do that. And you have a right to do that. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere.
Thank you. People power. Amani, people power. Our power. People power. Our power. NUP and everywhere. People power. We are refugees because of Museveni. We are refugees because of Museveni. We are suffering because of Museveni. We are refugees because of Museveni. We are suffering because of Museveni. Rwanda is suffering because of Museveni. Congo is suffering because of Museveni. Tanzania is suffering because of Museveni. Kenya is suffering because of Museveni. Who is a dictator? Museveni is a dictator. Who is a murderer? Museveni is a murderer. Who is a killer? Museveni is a killer. Who is a killer? Museveni is a killer. Who is a murderer? Museveni is a murderer. Who is a dictator? Museveni is a dictator. Who is a rapist? Museveni is a rapist. Who is a dictator? Museveni is a dictator. Who is a bad guy? Museveni is a bad guy. Rwanda is suffering because of Museveni. We are refugees because of Museveni. We are refugees because of Museveni. Who is a dictator? Museveni is a dictator. Who is a murderer? Museveni is a murderer. Who is a killer? Museveni is a killer. murderer? Who is a dictator? People power. People power. In our power. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are here just because we never planned to be here in the UK, in the US, in Canada, in all parts of the world except our country, Uganda. We are in Britain, we are in Canada because we have a 40 years dictator who has spent power, who has been in power for the last 40 years. That is not really, it's not imaginable. We saw different prime ministers of UK have come and gone. Cameron, Blair, mention them, Gordon, Margaret Thatcher, mention all of them. They've come and left. But we still have a dictator, a 40-year dictator in power. He's murdering Ugandans, killing innocent Ugandans, those who don't support dictatorship in the world. It's unfortunate that the government of the United Kingdom is just quiet. The mothers of democracy, our former colonial masters, are quiet when all these injustices are put on Ugandans. It's a shame. Shame on you. 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 Minister of Defense. It's so shame. Colonized Uganda in the past, and they gave us independence. We acquired independence in the 1962. But from 1962, we've not achieved total independence. We are still facing neo-colonialism. However, we don't mind. But what we mind about is the lives of our brothers and sisters. Now, the dictator is killing some Ugandans who don't support dictatorship. It's so shameful that the UK government, our former colonial masters, are quiet when all these injustices are taking place, when innocent lives are suffering. Wake up, United Kingdom. Wake up, UK. Wake up, United Kingdom, and fight for the rights of Ugandans. We know United Kingdom has a lot of interests, including minerals, oil, and other stuff. We don't mind. But what we mind about is the lives. Come out and speak against the dictator. Is 45 rule in power, democracy, as you describe it? No. Therefore, United Kingdom government, come out and condemn General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, a murderer. The entire Great Lakes region is suffering just because of one man, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Minister of Defense, if you didn't know, I know you know, but you pretend to not to know. But all this is orchestrated. It's manufactured with you guys under General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The 1994 Rwanda genocide was planned in Uganda and spearheaded by General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and Kagame. Over 1 million lives of Rwandese died. The Kasese massacre, thousands of women and young kids were shot dead in the Mumbere's palace. Today, United Kingdom, you see all that on social media and on news, and you're quiet. It is not fair. UK, wake up, because you are our former former colonial masters. We know United Kingdom has a big say in the politics of Uganda, and that's why we are here to cry for the justice of Ugandans who are murdered day by day. Whoever is listening to this message, don't take Ugandans for granted. Don't play with the people's lives in Uganda. The African lives matter. The Uganda lives matter. As your life matters, we, the Africans, we, Ugandans, also our lives matter. So come out and condemn and freeze all the accounts of a dictator. Freeze all the accounts and assets in UK of dictator General Yoweri Museveni. Some of these properties, we know where they are in UK. We want the Ministry of Defense, the Parliament, the Prime Minister's Office to condemn, to confiscate, and to freeze all the dictators' assets in United Kingdom. It's not fair. One man killing millions of Ugandans. General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has vowed to kill Ugandans if they don't support him in the 2026 January 15th elections. United Kingdom is quiet. Shame on you, United Kingdom, when African lives are dying. We are refugees because of Museveni. We are refugees. We are refugees. Congo is suffering. Rwanda is suffering because of Museveni. Rwanda is suffering because of Museveni. Burundi is suffering. Everywhere people are suffering because of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the masterminder, the warlord on the African continent. If Museveni is gone, the African continent will be the best continent to live in. Right now, as you go to Africa to tour as tourists, that country is not safe for you. The dictator is killing day and night. Go and watch social media, watch the local television stations in Uganda. You will see every day. And as I speak now, the presidential candidate is suffering just because one man wants to cling in power for over 100 years, and United Kingdom is quiet. It's a shame for our former colonial masters. You should set a pace. You should condemn this dictator who is misbehaving, and you should arrest. You should through ICC, International Criminal Court. You should sanction this criminal called General Yoweri Museveni. Coming to power, he poured over 1 million lives down. He poured blood. In the 1986, General Yoweri Museveni killed over 1 million Ugandans to come in power. And the only gift he is leaving for Ugandans is killing them this coming elections. UK is quiet. UK is quiet. Prime Minister Starmer is quiet. Minister of Defense is quiet. And yet, all 50 million Ugandans know it very well that UK are our former colonial masters. What do you have to say, United Kingdom? When we see you coming to Uganda, we respect you as our former colonial masters. Where we need you is now, not after elections, not after Museveni has killed thousands and thousands of Ugandans. United Kingdom, whoever listening to this voice, we need you now. If you don't come now to stop the murderer, a 40-year dictator, never come back to Uganda. You'll be useless. Right now we are using this platform to call on to you to come and to put your satellite cameras in Uganda and see what is happening right now. The son of a dictator is ordering to kill Ugandans if they don't support his father. who has been in power for the last 40 years. UK is quiet. United Kingdom, Ministry of Defense, Parliament of UK, ICC, World Bank, America, and all people come out and condemn this century, the Gen Z generation. This century is not the other centuries where people were killed like nothing. It's time to respect human rights. It's time to hype the human rights. UK, we expect you to lead the advocacy for human rights. Since you are our former colonial masters, you should come out and condemn the dictator. Don't lie with the dictator in the bed. This is the time we need United Kingdom. And the current Prime Minister, Starmer, with your Minister of Defense, come out before the elections, January 2026, and condemn the acts of a dictator. And not only condemn, act as you acted in the past. Come out and act. We are the voice of 50 million Ugandans. We give you that liberty to come and act. We need Museveni arrested. Museveni is verging to kill Ugandans if they don't support him. He has already militarized elections. There are no elections where they bring guns that shoot planes down. But it's in Uganda where the military is conducting elections and the military is campaigning for a dictator, for a 40-year dictator. And because the Uganda People's Defense Forces, Azizi Army, my army, and UK, you're quiet. United Kingdom, you're quiet. It's a shame as our former colonial masters. We need you now, before January 15th, to come out and condemn and act against a 40-year dictator, Museveni, who is killing Ugandans up to now. If you've never seen a leader who throws human beings into crocodile and they eat them alive, it is General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni who is doing that now. If you want to believe with me, put your satellite cameras and see what is taking place in Uganda. Museveni is capable of feeding human beings on crocodiles. And his son has a pond of crocodiles. So if you don't support him, he picks one by one and he throws them, and the crocodiles eat them. Dictator Museveni is a murderer who is taking young people, who abducts young people and throws them into national parks, and they are eaten by lions. United Kingdom is quiet. We don't need you after elections. We need you now to protect Bobi Wine, the people's choice, not a dictator who has been in power for the last 40 years. United Kingdom, wake up. Prime Minister Starmer, wake up. Minister of Defense, United Kingdom, wake up. If you don't come now, don't come forever. This is the time we need you as our former colonial masters. There are so many people who hate blacks in their communities, but we also never planned to come into your communities. We love our countries, but because you're supporting you yourselves, United Kingdom, you're supporting that dictator. He displaces us. He makes us homeless in our countries. And the only option is to come in countries like UK, US, Canada, and other European countries. We never planned to live in the UK. We were were never born in this kind of environment, the winter. In Africa, there's no winter, there's no summer, the weather is the best. But we are here suffering because of a dictator. UK government supports. UK government, you support a dictator who is killing Ugandans for the last 40 years. Coming to power, he murdered. Still, he's still murdering. United Kingdom, wake up. Say something. We need you now, not tomorrow. We need you now, not after elections. Whoever is hearing this voice, come out. Act. Condemn and act. Do the needful. Ugandans' lives matter than the gold you want. Ugandans' lives matter than the oil you want. Ugandans' lives matter than the minerals you prefer in exchange of power with a dictator. If you want the minerals of Uganda, the oil of Uganda, come broad daylight and sit with the People's Choice President and tell him, I want the oil. But you go with your dictator. We know Museveni is a worker of the Western world. Museveni is used by the Western powers to destabilize the African continent, to extract minerals from that African continent. But we beg you, we ask you, come and take your dictator, Yoweri Museveni, who has been in power for the last 40 years, who is murdering Ugandans right now, and we sit with you on table, you take what you want. What we believe is African lives matter than the gold, than the oil you people are craving for. People power. Our power. Mudebu na amani, people power. Our power. NUP. And everywhere. Thank you so much. I will give you the break.
People power. Our power. Now listen to this. Protecting our gains. Do we have any gain to protect in Uganda? The answer is no. We cannot protect the kidnapping in Uganda. We cannot protect the murdering of Ugandans. We cannot protect the rape and sodomizing of Ugandans in Uganda. So Museveni, we have nothing to protect. We cannot protect corruption, which has been going on for the last 41 years. We cannot protect bad roads and schools and hospitals in Uganda. And that's why we are condemning the Ministry of Defense for sending arms, ammunition, tear gas to Uganda while they don't put this brutal dictator Museveni accountability of the £1 billion which goes to Uganda every year. We don't have no public service delivery. You might think we are talking about planes. We are talking about schools. We are talking about roads. We are talking about hospitals. Why do you give him military patrol cars while we don't have working ambulances in Uganda? The brutal dictator, his own convoy is made up of 500 armored cars. Every day, the brutal dictator spends £2.5 million a day on his personal protection. We don't have a war in Uganda, but the UK Minister of Defense, while Ugandans are being brutalized and murdered by this brutal dictator, the Minister of Defense is sending arms, tear gas, and ammunition to Uganda. We don't have a war in Uganda. We need medical equipment because even the brutal dictator, he accesses medical tourism to the UK. St. Thomas Hospital around the corner is one of the main hospitals where the brutal dictator is treated. While Ugandans cannot afford a £1 paracetamol, but the brutal dictator, the first family, flies first class on the Uganda's taxpayers' money to come and enjoy the life in the UK. We are the victims of the brutal dictator. We are here because of the UK supporting brutal dictators around the world, and mainly the one in Uganda. Museveni has been in power for 42 years, and in the same UK complaining about immigrants in the UK. We will not be here. We are the victim of the brutal dictators around the world. We are here because the Ministry of Defense facilitates, enables Uganda, the brutal dictator Museveni, to sit on Ugandans for the last 41 years. We can't say a word in Uganda. UK is the mother of democracy. 41 years in power does not represent democracy. 41 years in power does not represent human rights. The UK is the mother of